Hey folks, it's me, Michael Bach, your diversity dude, and this is Monday Morning Musings. Happy Monday, everybody. And yes, I know it's Tuesday, but of course, it's the first Tuesday after the Labor Day weekend. Happy Labor Day. I hope you had a nice long weekend and got some time to spend with yourself or friends or family or whatever. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the light and lovely topic of cyberbullying and cancel culture. So everybody who knows me knows that I am a huge Drag Race fan. RuPaul's Drag Race, I've seen the UK version, the Canadian version, the US version. I've seen every episode. If you've seen every season, I know the queens by heart. Je t'aime Drag Race. So of course I had to watch Canada's Drag Race. Loved it. It was so fantastic. If you haven't seen it, you can watch it on Crave. But something happened, and it was quite public, that I want to talk about. And a couple things. There was a huge amount of bullying that has gone on. And I've heard about this happening with other queens in the past, where their fans get psychotically rabid against other queens, against their critics, against judges. But this has gotten out of control. So Jeffrey Boyer Chapman, one of the judges, the very handsome Jeffrey Boyer Chapman, he shut down his Twitter account because he was getting so hugely bashed for some of his comments on the judging panel. And then Rita Baga is also getting off social media because apparently she's been receiving death threats, people, seeing her on the street and saying all sorts of horrible things to her. And then Ilona Verley, who apparently after the show started to air, she was hospitalized due to a suicide attempt after episode 4. And apparently fans lashed out at her for that. So, and I myself have been the subject of internet bullying. I think whenever you're in the public sphere, and even if you're not, even if you're just the average schmo on Twitter or Instagram, you get attacked. And I think we've gotten to this point where we as a society have forgotten that what we say on our phone in 200 some odd characters is received by another human being. And you can be critical. I have no problem with criticism. You're welcome to be critical of me or of anybody else. I don't care. But at the same time, be a little polite about it. Remember that your comments are being received by another human being. I don't buy into cancel culture. I looked at Jeffrey Boyer Chapman's comments and I listened to every single one, and I thought, yeah, you know what? He was critical, but frankly, some of the looks were awful and deserved the comments. But RuPaul and Michelle Visage have made worse comments against some of the queens, and yet that hasn't necessarily, apparently they've received the same amount of hatred, but they just don't bother paying attention anymore. And I don't blame them for it. I think my rule of thumb about the internet is if I wouldn't say it to my mother, I won't put it on the internet. And I like my mother a lot. So I'm respectful about the words that I use online. And I would encourage everyone to do the same. We can have a disagreement. That's totally fine. But at the same time, we can do it respectfully. That's it for me. Watch Drag Race, available on Crave. So much fun. Hats off to Priyanka, the Queen Priyanka. What's your name? Your name is Priyanka. Everybody knows it now. Bravo, girl. Frankly, the top 3, I wanted all of you to win. Bobo and Rita. Anyway, back to me. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate you taking the time. Remember to subscribe to my channel by clicking on the link, and like the video by clicking the little tiny like button down below. Remember to, I should write these down. Remember to check out my book, Birds of All Feathers, Doing Diversity and Inclusion Right. #1 bestseller on Amazon, just saying. Available wherever you get books, or you can go to michaelbach.com/thebooks and check it out there. Also remember to connect with me on social media. I am at DiversityDudeMB, and CCDI is at CCDI Social. I think that's all. Have a fantastic week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you next week for another episode of Monday Morning Musings. Bye.